Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went in there? Or stared at someone you've known for years and blanked on their name? What if I told you a simple food, something you may already have in your kitchen, could sharpen your memory in just 5 days? Stay with me, because what happened next completely changed my life, and it might change yours too. It all started on a quiet Wednesday morning. I was standing in front of my bathroom mirror, toothbrush in hand, staring at myself. Not because I was admiring anything, but because I genuinely couldn't remember whether I had already brushed my teeth. That moment scared me. But the truth is, it wasn't just that morning. For months, I've been noticing subtle changes. Forgetting appointments, misplacing keys, struggling to recall names of friends I'd known for years. I laughed it off at first, blaming age or stress. But deep down, I knew something wasn't right. I wasn't even that old. Just past 60, retired, and finally enjoying time with my grandkids and books. But how could I enjoy anything if my mind kept slipping like this? It was like watching the pages of my life fade one by one. And the worst part? I couldn't do anything about it. Or so I thought. Everything changed when I visited my old friend Joseph. We were catching up over tea when I paused mid-sentence and forgot what I was saying. Joseph leaned in and said, "You're not alone, you know. I had the same issue last year, but I found something natural that really helped. It's simple, cheap, and it worked in less than a week." I was skeptical. Like most people, I'd heard dozens of so-called brain hacks. But then he showed me a photo of a page he had written by hand. Clean, flowing handwriting full of detailed notes. This, he said, was after day 5. That caught my attention. Joseph gave me the recipe. Just a handful of natural ingredients blended into a quick morning drink. He called it golden brain fuel. I decided to try it. Honestly, what did I have to lose? Day 1. Skepticism meets curiosity. The next morning, I woke up, went to the kitchen, and made the drink. It only took 5 minutes. 1 banana, a teaspoon of turmeric, a pinch of cinnamon, half a cup of oats, a handful of walnuts, 1 spoon of raw honey, and a splash of almond milk. I blended it all until smooth and sipped it slowly. The flavor was surprisingly good, warm, nutty, and just the right amount of spice. But let me be honest, I wasn't expecting any miracle. The skeptic in me said, "This is just breakfast with a fancy name." Yet, something about that drink made me feel good. It was comforting, energizing, and I felt strangely more present that morning. Whether it was placebo or not, I wasn't sure, but I was willing to give it a fair try. Day 2, the first flicker. The second day, something odd happened. I remember my neighbor's dog's name. I hadn't said it out loud in over a year. I was walking outside when she passed me with her golden retriever. Without hesitation, I said, "Morning, Sandy." Both the dog and the neighbor turned and smiled. "Wow, you remembered her name," she laughed. That moment hit me. My memory had just unlocked something on its own. I rushed back inside and made my second brain fuel smoothie with more intention. Maybe there was something to this after all. Day 3. Energy and clarity. By the third day, I started feeling clear. Not superhuman, not Einstein, but clearer. Like the mental fog was beginning to lift. I was more alert during conversations. I remembered small things, where I left my glasses, what I had eaten for lunch the day before. I could follow stories without zoning out halfway through. That night, I even read a full chapter of my book without rereading the same sentence 5 times. That was new. What was in that smoothie? Now, let me break down why this morning drink was so powerful. And this is backed by real science, not just stories. Asterisk turmeric contains curcumin, known to reduce brain inflammation and boost memory function. Asterisk walnuts, rich in omega-3s, which support brain structure and communication. Asterisk banana and oats, fuel your brain with slow-release energy. Asterisk cinnamon, has compounds that may stimulate the brain and improve attention. Asterisk honey, natural glucose for instant brain fuel. Asterisk almond milk adds vitamin E, which protects brain cells from damage. That combination created a perfect storm of natural brain boosters, and apparently, my brain was thirsty for it. Day 4, deeper connections. On the 4th day, my wife said something that shook me. Over breakfast, she said, "You've been different these past few mornings. More present, more you. That's when I realized it wasn't just about memory. It was about reclaiming who I was, the part of me that felt lost. I started journaling again that day. Not because I had to, but because I could. Words were flowing back like an old river unblocked. Day 5, the moment of magic. Now comes the part you've been waiting for. On the 5th day, I got a phone call from my grandson. He asked me to tell the story of how I met his grandma. I hadn't told that story in years, but I remembered every detail, every sound, every scent. I told it like I was living it again. And when I hung up, I cried. Not because I was sad, but because I felt whole again. My memory wasn't just back, it was vibrant. This was only the beginning. What happened in the days that followed was even more incredible. And I'll share it all in part 2, where I dig deeper into what happened after those 5 days, the full routine I now follow every morning, and what the experts say about this transformation. But remember this, it only took 5 days. It started with one small habit. It gave me my mind back. Beyond 5 days, how I rewired my brain naturally. After those first 5 days, something inside me shifted. Not just mentally, but emotionally and even spiritually. I started waking up with purpose again. It was like my brain had hit a reset button, but in the best possible way. And every morning, I returned to my little ritual, the smoothie I now jokingly called my brain potion. But here's the thing, the drink was just the spark. What followed became a powerful combination of daily habits, small shifts, and consistent commitment that led to something even greater. Mental clarity, emotional peace, and the ability to focus deeply again. That's what I want to walk you through now. Let's go beyond the smoothie and explore what really helped me rewire my mind naturally. The morning routine that changed everything. The smoothie stayed the same. Asterisk 1 ripe banana. Asterisk 1 teaspoon turmeric. Asterisk 1/2 teaspoon cinnamon. Asterisk half a cup oats. Asterisk a handful of walnuts. Asterisk 1 tablespoon honey. Asterisk almond milk to blend. But after a few days, I started pairing it with a simple morning routine. No more screens first thing in the morning. No news. No scrolling. I gave myself 30 minutes of peace. I would drink the smoothie while sitting near a window or outside in the garden. Just sunlight, quiet, and breathing. Within a week, this became sacred time. I wasn't multitasking anymore. I was present, allowing my brain to wake up without chaos. This is where I noticed my thinking slowed down in a good way. I wasn't forgetting names. I was remembering conversations from days before. My wife even said I seemed calmer. Why your brain needs stillness too. When we constantly bombard our minds with noise, TV, news, social media, even background chatter, our brains go into overdrive. That's when forgetfulness creeps in. But this peaceful window, paired with nourishing food, gave my brain the space to process, restore, and reconnect. Researchers call this the default mode network, the part of the brain that lights up when we're resting, daydreaming, or reflecting. It turns out, this is when our brain does some of its most important work, organizing memories, sorting emotions, and healing itself. So while the smoothie gave me nutrients, this 30-minute ritual gave me restoration. And that combination? It was pure magic. My first big test. I didn't tell anyone what I was doing, not even my kids. But on day 8, my daughter called. Dad, can you come help with Jack's science project? He needs help organizing his notes. Now usually, I'd have avoided something like that. I'd feel unsure of myself. I'd fear I wouldn't remember things clearly. But this time, I said yes. I sat with Jack for an hour. We talked about planets, made a timeline of the solar system, and built a presentation together. When we finished, he looked at me and said, "Wow, Grandpa, you're really smart." That moment wasn't about ego. It was about confidence. I realized I wasn't afraid of forgetting anymore. How I added one powerful technique. The next phase of my journey involved adding a 5-minute memory workout to my morning. It was simple. I'd choose 3 random words like apple, mountain lamp, and say them out loud 3 times. Then I'd go about my day and try to recall those words in the evening. It was like giving my brain a mini puzzle to solve. By week 2, I was remembering all 3 words easily. So I added a 4th. Then 5. This tiny exercise started to sharpen my memory like a knife slowly being honed. And guess what? This technique is rooted in real brain science. Neurologists call it active recall. It's one of the most effective ways to keep memory sharp, especially in older adults. Eating for your brain, beyond the smoothie. Now that I was feeling the benefits, I decided to dive deeper into food. I started researching what other ingredients are good for memory. I discovered a few brain-loving heroes. Asterisk blueberries, high in antioxidants. They protect brain cells from damage. Asterisk pumpkin seeds, rich in magnesium and zinc, which help nerve function. Asterisk avocados, filled with healthy fats that support brain cell walls. Asterisk dark chocolate, yes, in moderation, it increases blood flow to the brain. I didn't make it complicated. I just started rotating these into my meals. A blueberry oatmeal here, a pumpkin seed snack there, a square of dark chocolate in the evening. It wasn't a diet. It was a memory-enhancing lifestyle. The midway miracle. By day 14, something beautiful happened. I was at a family gathering, surrounded by cousins I hadn't seen in years. Normally, I would have struggled to recall names or stories. But this time it all came back. I was finishing people's sentences, sharing old jokes, remembering birthdays and anniversaries. At one point, my cousin Mary pulled me aside and said, "Whatever you're doing, don't stop. You seem so sharp these days." That night, I realized I hadn't just returned to the old version of myself. I had become an even better version. Mindset matters too. All of this wouldn't have worked if I didn't believe it could. You see, our brain is like a garden. What we plant in it, our thoughts, habits, and routines will eventually grow. And for years, I had unknowingly planted seeds of doubt, fear, and frustration. But now I was planting hope, curiosity, consistency, and the result? A brain that bloomed again. The shift in sleep and stress. I also began sleeping better. Not because I changed anything big, but because I was no longer anxious about forgetting things. That alone calmed my nervous system. Stress, as it turns out, is one of the biggest enemies of memory. Cortisol, the stress hormone, shrinks the memory center of the brain. But the combination of a calming morning routine, powerful brain foods, and many memory challenges started lowering my stress naturally. Less stress equals better sleep. Better sleep equals stronger memory. It was all connected. The beautiful side effect I didn't expect. There was one more gift this journey gave me. Emotional memory. I started recalling moments from years ago. My wedding day, my daughter's first words, my father's old stories. These weren't just memories. They were treasures. I found myself smiling more, feeling more deeply, reconnecting with people in a way I hadn't for years. I wasn't just remembering facts. I was remembering who I was. And that, my friends, brings us to the final chapter of this story. In part 3, I'll reveal asterisk the exact 5-day plan you can follow step by step. Asterisk what my doctor said when he saw my cognitive test results. Asterisk the final transformation that surprised even me. Asterisk and the one message I wish every senior, grandparent, and forgetful soul could hear today. The complete plan and a new chapter begins. So far, I've taken you through my surprising discovery, the morning smoothie that revived my memory in just 5 days, and the powerful lifestyle changes that followed. But now, in this final part, I want to give you the exact plan that helped me turn things around. I'll also share what my doctor said when he saw the difference, and the emotional truth about how it changed more than just my brain. This isn't just a recipe. It's a routine, and this final part might just be the spark you need to reclaim your memory and your life. The 5-day memory boost plan. Let's start with what everyone's been asking for, the full, simple routine I followed for 5 days that completely rebooted my mind. Morning routine takes 30 minutes total. 1. Wake up naturally or with soft music. No phones, no loud news, just light stretching and breathing. 2. Drink a glass of warm water with lemon. It wakes up your system, improves circulation, and hydrates the brain. 3. Make the brain smoothie. Asterisk 1 ripe banana. Asterisk 1 teaspoon turmeric, with a pinch of black pepper for better absorption. Asterisk 1/2 teaspoon cinnamon. Asterisk half a cup oats, soaked if possible. Asterisk 1 tablespoon honey. Asterisk a handful of walnuts. Asterisk half a cup almond milk. Blend it all together and drink it slowly, mindfully. Sit in sunlight or by a window for 10 minutes. Let the natural light help reset your body clock. It boosts serotonin and vitamin D. 5. Do a quick brain exercise. Asterisk say 3 to 5 random words out loud. Asterisk try to recall them before bed. This builds active recall, one of the best tools to strengthen memory. Hashtag the week that changed my brain. After repeating this for just 5 days, my energy changed. My memory returned. I felt more grounded, calm, and mentally alive than I had in years. So I decided to keep going and to refine it. By week 2, I added more color to my meals. Blueberries with oats, leafy greens at lunch, pumpkin seeds and snacks. I even began using olive oil instead of processed cooking oils. These small changes had a big impact. I also made a point to laugh more, call an old friend daily, and keep a memory journal. Every night, I would write 3 things I remembered clearly that day. Sometimes it was, asterisk, I remember to call my sister without a reminder. Asterisk, I recall the neighbor's name from 15 years ago. Asterisk, I remembered every item on my grocery list without writing it down. The act of recording those wins helped reinforce the belief. My memory is improving every day. Hashtag my visit to the doctor. Now here's the part that really stunned me. About a month after starting the routine, I had my annual health checkup. My doctor had previously expressed concern about my memory lapses. This time, I walked in differently, alert, confident, even a bit proud. She ran a few verbal recall tests, and I passed them faster than I had in years. What have you been doing differently? She asked. I told her everything. The smoothie, the morning stillness, the memory games, the food upgrades, the stress reduction. Her reaction? This is better than most prescriptions. Keep doing it. That moment felt like a victory, not just over forgetfulness, but over the fear I had been carrying for so long. Hashtag why this works for seniors. Many seniors feel their memory slipping and think, well, this is just aging. But it's not always true. Our brains are living tissue. They respond to fuel, to movement, to rest, to care. Just like our muscles. In fact, studies show that even in our 70s and 80s, we can form new brain cells and build new neural pathways, a process called neuroplasticity. But the key is consistency. You don't need expensive supplements. You don't need complicated diets. You just need asterisk a nutrient-rich breakfast. Asterisk gentle mental stimulation. Asterisk quiet reflection. Asterisk movement. Asterisk a little joy each day. That's it. Hashtag a memory of love I almost lost. Now let me share something personal. Around week 3, I was cleaning an old drawer when I found a dusty photo album. Inside it was a picture of me and my wife on our honeymoon, standing on the beach, wind in her hair, her eyes closed in laughter. I stared at it for minutes, and suddenly, I remembered the moment it was taken. The joke I told, the sound of the waves, the scent of sunscreen. I had forgotten that moment for years. But now it was back, bright, full, sacred. I held that photo and whispered, "Thank you." That's when I knew. This wasn't just about memory. It was about reclaiming the story of my life, one vivid moment at a time. Hashtag where to start. Even if you're struggling. If you're watching this and thinking, I've tried everything, please don't give up. I had almost given up too. But change came not through massive effort, but through one simple, consistent habit. So, if you're struggling to remember, if you feel the fog creeping in, if you miss the clarity you once had, start with a smoothie. Start with stillness. Start with belief. You are not broken. You are rebuilding. Hashtag my final memory boost routine recap. Here's the full system I still follow every day. Morning asterisk. Asterisk wake with calm, no screens. Asterisk warm water with lemon. Asterisk brain smoothie. Asterisk 10 minutes of sunlight. Asterisk brain game, Recall 3 to 5 words. Asterisk gratitude thought. What am I thankful for today? Evening. Asterisk light walk after dinner. Asterisk no screens 1 hour before bed. Asterisk read 1 page of a book. Asterisk recall your 3 to 5 words. Asterisk write down 1 memory from your past you don't want to forget. Final message from me to you. My memory came back. My life came back. And so can yours. If you've made it to the end of this video, I want you to know something. You are capable of incredible transformation. Age does not mean decline. It means wisdom. And now, you have the tools to protect it. All it takes is 5 days, then another 5, then a lifetime of small, joyful steps. If this story moved you or inspired you in any way, please do one thing right now. Like this video, share it with someone you love, and subscribe to the channel. Asterisk asterisk. We're building a community here, a place where seniors can grow stronger together, mind and body. Leave a comment below and let me know. Have you tried this routine? How did it work for you? What's your favorite brain food? Asterisk asterisk. Let's keep this conversation alive because our memories deserve to be protected, celebrated, and shared.